Question: are you a laser or a GPS person? I'm down here at the beautiful Woolaway Golf Club bright and early this morning to try and test out two of ShotScope's latest products. We've got the Pro L2 Laser Rangefinder and the X5 GPS watch. I'm going to put them to the test over 4 holes, try and work out for myself which one's better than the other, which suits which type of player, and ultimately, should you consider buying either of them? Personally, I've always been more of a GPS person, so that's why I'm really keen to get into the Pro L2 Laser to start. I'm going to play the first hole with the laser and see how we get on. Okay, so this is a fairly straight hole. I don't know the course too well, so I can't tell whether there's any hazards down there. There's not a lot to pick out with the laser, so it's just looking for where's probably the best landing distance for me. So this is a good example. I don't know the hole very well. It's quite long and straight. There was not a lot to pick up with the laser, so I didn't have a lot of information to go off. I've hit a nice shot that's just faded into the rough. Luckily, I've got a little bit of a gap to the pin. Also, I can see the pin, so I can get a laser onto this. And you can really quickly pick up that it's 98 yards to the pin. But then with the slope, it's also telling me that it's playing 96, which is a really handy feature. Obviously, with the slope adjust, you can turn it on and off for competition, so you can't use it in comps. But it's great to be able to practice with that sort of thing, and that's something straight away which you're not getting through the GPS watch. Par to start with. Now we're on to a par 5 and we're moving over to the X5 GPS watch. Now it's a par 5, quite straight up. You can see the green in the distance, and although the fairway zigzags, there's not too much trouble, or at least it doesn't look like there's much trouble. The great thing with the GPS watch is that it actually allows you to swipe and see what the distances are, to see if there's any hazards. So I can look at this and know that there's no hazards on this hole. I can pick a distance if I want, otherwise it's just straight away. So as I get to my shot, I can see I've got a bit of a tree in the way. Didn't love the tee shot, but the watch is going to tell me whether there's anything that I really need to worry about, because it looks fairly straight from here. So simply unlock it and then go across, and it's going to tell you about the hazards. So 202 yards to the front of the bunker by the green, 213 to the back. There's not a lot to worry about on this hole, but it does go further than that and gives you these layup information. So say I did want to leave myself 100 yards to the green, I'd have to hit 131 yards from here. In terms of the green itself, it's telling me 216 yards to the front, 229 to the middle, 243 to the back. So that's a lot of information for amateurs and helps you plot your way around the hole. So I just punched that 6-iron out to get myself into a good position, but another benefit with the GPS watch is it's tracking you, so it's told me I've already knows it's hit my 6-iron. If I unlock it and press on the 6-iron icon, it gives me extra information, so it can tell that I hit that 147 yards. Like I said, punching it out into position. The brilliance of this is it's also tracking it to feed it into an app that's going to do stats for you at the end of the round. And the stats package that comes with ShotScope and watches like the X5 and the V3 is fantastic. Can't rate that highly enough. So now in terms of the shot itself, it's telling me 65 to the front of the green, 80 to the middle of the green, and the pin looks fairly front on this one. So if I go ahead and unlock it and swipe across, again it's giving me those other distances, the hazard options and things like that. But this now has the pin mode, which is a really cool addition. So it's not going to give you the accuracy of say something like the laser, but from here you can go ahead and move the pin to where you think it is on the green, and as you'll see it tells you different distances. So if I think that's where the pin is, I can move that and now see that it's 76 yards to the pin. So that's a pretty cool feature that's going to come with this watch. Moving back onto the laser, I'm impressed with it. It comes like most lasers do in this really nice little travel pouch. that can hang from your bag, or fasten it onto the side of your bag. And it's really nice and compact. There's a little bit of weight to it, so it feels reasonably sturdy. It's very comfortable in the hand, fits in your palm nicely. It's got the strong magnetic pad on the side. So for those people that are in carts, obviously they can fasten it onto the side of the cart, so it's giving you that option. And in ease of use, you can't really fault it. It's very quick to lock onto the target. It's got a vibration when it hits the pin. I believe it's 6 times magnification, and it's 700 yard range, accurate to 1 yard. Everything that I've seen on it so far suggests it locks on very quickly, very comfortable, easy to use, and the numbers seem accurate. So you can't fault it on that, and for £149.99, seems like a really competitive price. In terms of this hole, it's another straight par 4. I can't see, it looks like there's a hazard down the left-hand side because of the stakes, but not much other trouble except for the trees. So from here, again, it seems like you're really trying to work out your landing point, and that's a little bit, for me, guesswork, because I'm used to using the GPS. But it connects to everything really quickly, and you can pick any target to find the distance. I decided to mix up the play on that one and go 4-iron off the tee, make sure I find the fairway. From here, the laser's very quick to lock on, and like I say, it gives you that vibration to tell me it's 155 to the pin. Obviously, I don't have the back and front like I get with the watch, but you can probably make your own assumptions from there. I do really also love that slope function. Really interesting just to know that it's a fraction downhill, so it's a couple of yards less for that. I also got a tip, which was to hold down for 3 seconds on something behind the green and then pull it to the pin, and that's meant to give you a better read even still. It's what I heard. So I thought I'd played that one quite well. It looked good in the air, but it's come up quite a bit short. Assume more strike than misread from myself. Let's see if we can chip it close. Sit, sit. Save par. So I'm on the last hole of the test. Finished level par with the laser. Now need par or birdie with the GPS watch to tie or win the contest. We're on to a short par 3. It's over water. Nice looking hole. 104 yards to the front of the green, 126 to the center. Obviously can swipe and see the water carry, so it's 89 yards to carry the pond. And there's not a lot else on there. So really, it's just picking a club and hitting a good shot. Okay, last chance to try and sneak a win for the GPS watch. Well, I've never got the hang of the wet greens. So if we're looking at the two products and your decision is purely based on price, the Pro L2 is £149.99 in England. The X5 is £279.99. So there's a difference in the price there. For me personally, I've been using the GPS for quite a while now. I think it's a really good looking watch. It's a big improvement on the V3. It gives you a ton of information when you play in the round, but the stats that it gives you afterwards is just next level. Really helps your game. So for me, if I can afford it, I'm going to go for the X5. But I would encourage you to look at the full review that's on my channel if you're interested in this product. That being said, the Pro L2, I've never used a Laser Rangefinder before. I always thought I'd be a bit shaky with them, but this thing, it locks on really fast. It feels good in the hand. It's a reasonable price. It's got the slope, it's got the magnets, it's got the distances, and it's very accurate. So there's a lot to be said for it. Lower handicap players seem to go with the laser. I guess they want that accuracy. People perhaps that are playing a lot of different courses or a bit more wayward might find the GPS more useful because it gives you a lot more information if you're blocked out and the laser won't do it for you. Either way, both really good products. Really impressed with ShotScope and what they've put out here. Like I said before, if you're really interested in the X5 or the V3, make sure you watch the full reviews on my channel. For everyone else, love it if you consider subscribing. I'll hope to see you in a video soon.